Okay, go look at the camera.
Do I?
Yeah, we talk to that camera.
That camera?
Yep. You can do this, right?
I don't. How do I do greetings? All I've ever
You
done
say
is
hi.
hello, kiddos.
You could do that if you want. Just say, "Hey guys." That's all you gotta say.
The youth pastor over here.
It's not a hard thing to do. I'm literally just saying, "Hey guys."
Hey guys.
It's not hard. I promise. I promise. I promise. It's not hard.
Riley door.
Go into the door.
Yes.
Go greet our guest. I'm leaving this all on film right now.
What?
This is not gonna work. This whole video thing is not gonna work. I know it already.
Riley, what's up?
Hey guys.
Hello.
So we're making these videos just to tell you guys a little bit about ourselves and about our relationship together, because I know that a lot of us are from different circles and may know us from different parts of life. So some of you may not know a lot about me or not know a lot about Kevin, not know a lot about us. And so this is a way that we can tell you guys about it. So we'll start off with some relationship stuff, I guess. So Kevin, I want you to tell us how we first met.
So we first met when I was invited by a mutual friend of ours to a board game night at a different friend's house. We had met there. We just hung out and played video games, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So what do you remember about that night? And then I'll tell you what I remember about that night.
I remember us playing a game called Quiplash. Played a game called Quiplash, and it was the first time that I had hung out with those big group of friends because I was new to River City.
Yeah.
So, what do you remember?
What do you remember about me?
I remember walking in.
This is about me. I'm just kidding. This is about us.
Remember walking into the room and introducing myself to everyone, and standing there by Nick, and you being the only one who got my jokes and humor, and then you always being the cutest one in the room.
I don't believe that.
That's true.
Yeah, so he's always told me that he remembers that night vividly because apparently in the game Quiplash, so if you never played that game, it's a game where people write down answers, you kind of have to vote for it, and I apparently always voted for his. And so he was just like, yeah, that's when he knew. I remember meeting you. I remember what you were wearing. I remember you wearing a black beanie and a pink shirt. And other than that, I don't remember too much about it. So that was the first night we met. And then after that, we started going to life group together. So every week I would see you at life group, but it was nothing more than just, he's a random guy that's in the same life group as me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then, how about our first date? How did that happen?
Well, you had messaged me first, asking me about youth leader stuff, information here. So then I kept the conversation going and kept talking to you. And then the next day, when I got off work around 5 or 6, I got off and I texted you and I asked her if she wanted to go get dinner. And we ended up going to Noodles and Company. And we stayed there until after they closed, talking and just laughing, having a blast. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a good recap. So, the day or the weekend before this excursion, we were at a bonfire at our friend's house, and that was the first time that we ever really, really talked for a long time. And I was in denial that I had a crush or anything like that because I never had crushes. But so he said that I messaged him first, and that's something that he loves to hold against me. He always says I made the first move.
It's true.
So you guys can be the judge. Did I make the first move or did he? He says I made the first move because I messaged him first, but he was the one to invite me out first. So I think he made the first move.
Wait a minute.
Whatever. And so, yeah, I remember I heard that you liked youth ministry stuff, and so basically I messaged him and was like, hey, why aren't you a youth leader? But then he kept messaging me, and he kept messaging me, and kept messaging me, and kept messaging me, and I was like, this guy, I think he's into me.
I kept messaging you.
Yeah.
You kept high-fiving me.
Tell him about that.
So for the first week before we were dating, when we were still working on things, and I hadn't told her I had a crush on her and interested her, or I liked her, she kept high-fiving me whenever I would leave anything. And I was so confused why she was high-fiving me because I didn't know what to do. So I kept like asking my good friend, Christian Jones, my good friend, asking him if he would like help me figure out, because I'm like, dude, she just keeps high-fiving me. And he's like, well, she's a youth pastor. That's what they do. And I'm like, you're right.
Yeah, I guess I didn't know how to show him that I liked him. But I knew that he liked me because we were at church and I have no idea what I was wearing. But he went, you look cute today. And
You're wearing a dress.
I apparently was wearing a dress. And I was so impressed because most boys would like just message you after the fact. But no. And he never like complimented me like that before. But he did it just in person. And I was so impressed. I was like, this guy is like, he's just going for it. And then I remember that day I was gonna preach a sermon and he brought me frozen yogurt. You were so nice to me. Okay. Any other little tidbits you want to tell? Tell the class, the group. Any other questions?
No.
Oh, we could talk about okay. How did we become boyfriend girlfriend?
Do you want me to tell them about the legal pad?
You can tell them about the legal pad.
So I had told Annie prior to this, we were still like figuring out. She had liked me, I liked her. We were trying to figure things out. It was about 6 or 7 days before we had gone like official.
Probably.
So we had met at Silver Dipper. Got Silver Dipper 7-Up bench on Purdue campus right outside there. She brought a legal pad of reasons why she wanted to date me and reasons why she liked me. And it was adorable and really funny. And then she's like, Kevin, I like you a lot. Let's date.
Okay.
And so then I started dating her.
That's barely a true story. So I will tell my version. So what happened is I knew that we had to kind of define something because we were like basically dating without dating for a little bit, and I was like, I need to define this because I was kind of like leaving him hanging, and so yeah, so we went to Silver Dipper and outside, and I pulled out of my purse this legal pad. And it didn't have reasons that I liked you or reasons why I should date you. It was a bunch of reasons, basically, like, his disclaimer of dating me. All these things about how, like, I had no idea what I wanted, I was terrified, like, my life was insanely busy, and just all these reasons, basically, why he should not date me.
I knew what she wanted. Me.
Whatever. Okay, anyway. So he is right. There is a legal pad, and that's something that he likes to bring up because it was a little bit much, huh?
It's true.
Okay, so that's what we got for today. We'll see you guys later.